Good about those. Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. We are test running the 2024 Street Bob with, what is it, this? The CC bar with the backrest. Vivid black. Of course, now you have to pay the premium for the vivid black. Blacked out components, 114. Your regular Street Bob. If you guys been watching the channel, you guys know that I've been test riding these bikes for some time. You know, a few years. I own my own Lowrider S, of course, 2020 114, not a 117. Let's go ahead, turn her on, let the ECU do its thing. Oh, it's on. You're supposed to put this on neutral, guys. Is this in first? Yes, it is. All right, so color looks pretty good. The finish, of course, you have the smaller fuel tank. Why is that high beam turned on? So I guess it's got ABS. Is that standard? I'm not entirely sure if it's standard. So let's go ahead and check her out for its spin. You know, the styling of the Street Bob is by far, I guess, it used to be my second favorite. It used to be my second favorite up until Harley released the Lowrider ST, and then now the Lowrider ST is about my favorite softail. After the Lowrider ST, it's a Lowrider S. After the Lowrider S, it's this bike, the Street Bob. This is my third favorite of the softail lineup. The styling of it, the minimal, the bobber look, and of course the 114, the performance. This thing has the same powertrain as the Limiteds, and this thing weighs like 300 pounds less than the Limiteds. You know, I've always mentioned in the videos, when I test rode the Limited, I just don't understand why are you putting a 114 in that thing. It has to have a minimum, at least a torque cam. Harley, put a torque cam in the Limited, or throw a 117 in it. You know. Anyways, I'm 5'7". If you guys, like I said, if you guys seen my videos, you guys know I can flat foot the bike. All right, just fine. The overall fitment, the way the rider position, I'm upright because of the ape hangers, and I'm a huge fan, like I said, of all the whole styling. The ape hangers, the 114. I'm not sure about the new wheels. I believe I prefer the spoked wheels over these new mag wheels that they have. But you know what? It's nice that Harley's giving you mag wheels. Everything. I just, you know, the only, you know, con of the Street Bob is just the massive price hike that it got last year. If you guys been watching my videos, this bike used to be $15,000. Used to be under $15,000. You know, I gave Harley props for keeping the price down when they bumped it up to a 114. It was only like a $600 increase, and you got the passenger pillion added to the seat. That wasn't something that came standard back when they first introduced the M8 Softail Street Bob. But I don't know, maybe the new CEO was just talking about how much, I guess, Harley was losing on these bikes, and the CVO Zeiss took over, and soon after that the Street Bob got a huge price increase. I believe it was $1,500 increase, plus you had the surcharge on top of that. This was during, of course, the lockdown, and there were shortages and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what happened with the Street Bob. If you guys see my videos, this bike is now like $18,000. But of course, you know, everything has been going up. I've been, you know, just mentioning to folks out here, family, friends, and everybody complains about the cost of living, and you know, it's just pretty much in every aspect. Everything, you know, coffee, eggs, milk, everything. The prices have been going up. You know, you have inflation, government spending. I don't want to get political, all right, but anyways, I mean, can you justify the increase compared to, of course, I believe 2020 was the year it was a little bit over $1,500. Was that the right? I mean, I can't remember. I mean, all of this stuff is off of the top of my head, but man, it just sucks that, you know, this great bike, which was under $15,000, is now, you know, $18,000. I don't know what it costs in 2024. The numbers I'm mentioning, 18,000, that was when Harley was doing the surcharge, the $600 surcharge for the Softails, $900 for the touring models. But anyways, on to the Street Bob. Agile bike, All right, 630 pounds, I believe. It's a little bit lighter than the Lowrider S, but you have the chopped rear fender. You have the smaller fuel tank, 3.5 gallons. You know, no speed screen, just minimal, right? Single disc brake, you know, standard forks, everything. I mean, it's everything that you want out of a Harley, honestly. I mean, do you need all the extras? Kind of like on my bike. Do you need them? Not really. This thing has a 3.5 gallon tank in it, so you know, by the time you're ready to take a break, you know, you're pretty much ready to refill up. And that's what that's what I like about these bikes, because I also have, you know, Sportsters and stuff like that. I have a few other bikes other than my Lowrider S with the FX3 fairing. You kind of, you know, start to realize when you're riding long range on a bike that doesn't have any wind protection, you start welcoming the gas station stops. The 3.5 gallon tank seems to be perfect if you're riding without, of course, a fairing or a windshield or anything like that. You know, at first I would always complain about the fuel tank size, but like I said, once you start riding long range and you're riding like this, you are going to welcome you know, a rest stop at the fuel station, at the gas station. You are going to be wanting to at least take a 20-minute break, depending on your age. All right, I'm closer to 40 now. You know, it's just stuff that you notice as you get older, the wear and tear, and you know, the body it can't take the abuse anymore. So let's go ahead and get going. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, and then you also have people crossing the street. But anyways, let's go ahead and open her up a little bit. 114. It still has plenty of power, you know, just of torque. The Milwaukee 8s have a ton of potential. You know, it's got a ton of potential. Stage 2 does wondrous things to these bikes. I have a 114 myself with the Stage 2, and it's pushing out 114 horsepower at 127 foot-pounds of torque. There's you know, the powertrain, the Milwaukee 8, it's had some issues early on, but Harley has now, of course, you know, resolved those issues with the M8. They're a solid bike. I know I don't want to get into the other stuff, but I mean, the overall feel of the bike, the suspension's pretty decent, the weight, the nimbleness, it's still a great bike, 2024. But quite honestly, I mean, you could go out there and get yourself a 2021 and it's going to be the same thing. I don't know if ABS is standard on these anymore. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if ABS is standard on these bikes, but I know for the most part it wasn't standard for a long time.
Jesse, right?
Yes. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. We'll do a quick little walk around, I guess. Oh man, my foot keeps on banging up against this stupid sissy bar with a pad on it. It looks hideous. But the color is fantastic. 114. Not a fan of the mag wheels, but I like the tank badging. And I was never a fan of the other one that sticks out like on the Fat Boy right over here. I like the one that's painted in there. So it still has the bulbs. Still has the bulbs, but it's got the Daymaker in it. It's got the LED headlight and the LED tail light. But man, yeah, these bikes, when they're clean, they're washed, they're absolutely beautiful. 114. Everybody complains that I don't do a proper walk around on the bikes, but there's a ton of bikes here. I have yet to test ride the CVO ST, so we'll jump on the Breakout, maybe Breakout if it's available, or the Fat Boy if it's available. We'll see what's available. Yeah, the CVO Pan America, I don't know if it's having some issues over there. The electronics on these bikes, I don't know. Oh, there's the Road Glide ST. That's the one I want to get on. But anyway, stay tuned for more demos. Later.